Hi, it's V. You saw the title, so let's get going. So this was my first tweet, November 10th, 2018. I started with just tweeting at all everyone who's inspired me, whether they had a Twitter or not, and not necessarily at the right Twitter. Manic equals just going really fast. More inspirations. These weird 1, 2, 3. This was my college community 3. This was like, I think, my meditation teachers. It says right there. This was some poetry that I wrote to someone I was like fell in love with while I was manic. I actually fell in love with them in this hypomania I had previous to this. This was my first mania when I started this Twitter. Started just tweeting at things that I don't even know. Modified string theory. I'll have a video about that. That was this whole theory I came up with while I was manic this time. Just a ton of stuff that I was thinking about. Let's see what we can get to. I start at some point talking in threes and putting things in brackets. So when things are in brackets, I had this thing where like it was the idea of that, but maybe not exactly that. So cross, trans, symbol, slash, and then there's a slash, and then there's nothing. It's just like kind of like a dot, 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 and then the whole thing is one idea. Basically that, the cross is a T, trans is, T, the letter T, and transitioning. In a symbol, the T and the plus sign are both symbols, so I was trying to have this one idea that the cross and a symbol and transness all fell under this one idea. And there was more things that fell under it. I just didn't, 3 was enough to define it in my mind. Madness, neither or both. Both, I don't know if I meant to say or, but I had this thought that like everything was neither, both, yes and no. All 4 of those things at the same time. This was a trans symbol that I drew on my whiteboard. And then I put this little dot of violet purple, because purple's the only dichromatic color. I won't get into that. And then I thought it'd be cool if I was like lit and kind of naked in there. That's fun. I'll have a queer sphere theory video. One stroke technique, I got really into like just do something and then work with it. Like you need just a frame and you need to start, and then that is how you get going. Yes, so we can one. So this was my kind of symbol for oneness. Everything is one. I use this emoji of the circle. And then these were like lesser than or equals to signs, basically. It was basic. I think these two together were almost like any mathematical operator. Like any mathematical operator applied to everything is still everything. Everything, within, without, both, neither, everything. If you manipulate everything in any way, it's still everything. I don't know. Scream into the void. Start from scratch. It was what I was doing. Twitter is less than or equal to, plus or minus, like whatever, everything. I don't know. That one, who knows? Everything, any manipulation is still everything. Similarly, you take the universe or an atom and you do anything to it, it's still the universe or an atom, I think. I also this was an atom, the universe, and like Adam, like the first human. I that's what I remember. Set theory is the most important kind of math. This is kind of set theory. The brackets are definitely inspired by set theory, and the person I fell in love with was saying this, so it came out. More. This got kind of numerology, like I'll do a whole video about numerology. Keep talking in threes. I think the power of 3 got really into my head. The transitive property is 3. Like, transness is 3. Like, realize... Anyway. The Trinity is holy. Again, threes. Any framework is a lie, but you need a framework to get going. Read these in a random order. 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 is the same as 1, 2, 3. Or not. Yes, no, both, and neither. We all want to be one with everything. We all don't want to be alone with everything. Neither and both. We need at least 4 dimensions. And 3 dimensions are enough. So this is the thing. Like, I got really into numbers, and I still believe this. Like, you got to think in this, like, holistic world where everything is one. And you also have to think in this world that is dualistic, with good and bad maybe, or male and female, or whatever dualism you want to do. But you have to be able to break it and go to 3. And then you have to break it again and go to 4. Like, you have to be able to hold a view of the world in any number and switch whenever you need to. I think a lot of people are stuck on 2. Dualism, huge in our culture. 1 dimension is enough. 2 dimensions are enough. 4 is a deeper puzzle than 1. I think it is harder to go deeper. 1 is a deeper puzzle than 4. I think we're stuck on 2. 1 and 4 are both harder than 2. Paradoxes convey everything. Paradoxes are everything. Those are kind of paradoxes in themselves. Everyone has an equal potential to teach. You can never say anything wrong. Start with anything. Start with everything. Breathe. Do drugs. Don't do drugs. Get mad. Don't get mad. Yes, no, both, neither. I love, I just got lost in this. Christianity is the only true religion. Christian has some things wrong. Christianity has at least one thing wrong. I was raised Christian, so I was getting kind of obsessed with it. What in this mind of often people who kind of become a little psychotic often have like this religious experience. I was definitely having elements of that. I was a little like this first mania, I was a little psychotic, or eventually quite a bit psychotic. When I wrote this, I thought I had like powers. So that's hold it like an orgasm. Sex is wrong, sex is right. Sex is both, sex is neither. Ambition is 0. Ambition is everything. See, okay, so here it gets kind of ridiculous. I started to think that I could control the world and that I could say that no one was going to go to work. And that was actually going to come true. Thought people would, kind of look at my Twitter and be like, oh, it was going to just go viral. And everyone was going to be like, okay, okay. We're not going to go to work. This guy's right. We're all going to, I was still, like, not super identifying back then as non-binary. I did, but okay, this person is right. This was a medical record I just posted. This is stuff I meant to post, I think, that I went to this awesome museum. These are some books that really inspired me. And then I just posted a ton from that museum. Oh, this I will do multiple videos about. I went on this hike and wrote a musical, kind of. Then I went into this bar and was like, oh, this bar is so cool. Oh, and then I came up with this product, and I wrote a love letter while in the hospital. I got hospitalized. This is a really sad but beautiful altar to trans people who had been killed. I don't know. My gender is purple. This is when I was hospitalized. The meds I was put on, this med screwed with me. I highlighted what happened. And then this is kind of the tail end of it. This was me first expressing that theory I talked about in my last episode. This was after I got released from the hospital. I was still manic, and I lit a bunch of candles around the house, and then I got admitted again. Oh yeah, and then I started. This was the end. I started tweeting other things. This is some art I did in the hospital, and this was the last tweet. I started working at a new place. I was kind of coming down, and then I got really depressed, so there were no more tweets, and I haven't tweeted since. And there you go. That's a walk through my manic Twitter. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Roll the music. Hello, my beautiful NBs, my strong bipolar friends too, and all of you allies, brazen and free, so long and blessed be.